Hello and welcome to my channel, lovely Leos. This is LowKeyMagickal doing your relationship tarot read. We are near the end of May and we're going to see what the energies are like for Leo today. I have shuffled the cards. I split the cards into 3 decks and chose the middle deck to get you started with your read today. Now, as always, remember to like, share, subscribe, and check out some other reads, even if they're not your sign, because there's a lesson I have found in every single read. And what are we starting with today, Leo? A beautiful 6 of Cups. Leo, are you reminiscing about something from your past? Leo, are you having feelings about watching your kids grow up? Are you thinking about what it was like when they were small? The 6 of Cups, of course, our cups, is an energy of emotions. How do you feel about the world around you? And a 6 of Cups is a very reminiscent energy. It has young people on the front of it, and I like how it has that kitty cat hiding in the bushes there, meaning that here's what I see from that cat. There could be some things peeking out from your past that maybe you didn't see coming. This could mean contacts with exes, possibly, contacts with family members that you haven't seen in quite some time. If there's someone that maybe you had an emotional falling out with, that you never really quite closed that, it could mean that something could pop up that you might have to address. Now, in some cases, it happens quick, like this bunny, you don't see it coming, or it hides like this kitty cat and kind of ambushes you. But for the most part, anytime the 6 of Cups comes up, I think that someone may be feeling nostalgic about something. And when I ask what might be next about this, wow, we get this 4 of Wands, and this is really nice. A 4 of Wands. The wands represent your work in the world, and these 4 wands create a very stable balance for this happy family here. So when we talk about relationships, we look at the 6 of Cups, and to me now, this is beginning to feel a family emotional kind of situation, and maybe less like an ex popping up, although still watch for that. But this 4 of Wands tells me that what you've built here, or what you are building, the foundation that you are putting down, is incredibly stable. This is, a lot of people see this as kind of an 11-11 gateway card, because these 4 wands almost always create those double 11s. But either way, however you want to look at this, it's a very balanced and stable and peaceful card. So the work that you have done is laying a very stable foundation for what it is that you are building. And what are you building, Leo? Whatever you're building, it seems to be based on the energy of this past. Something that you experienced that you would like to recreate. Now, sometimes we look at our past through, people like to say, rose-colored glasses, and we make it look better than it was in our reminiscence sometimes. But you have a feeling of recreating something here that you once had. And because you have this really stable 4 of Wands in place, that's the only place I can see that going. Now, in the past, you may have experienced a 5 of Wands. And this, here's what I'm starting to realize. This 5 of Wands may have had you yearning for this 6 of Cups energy. This 5 of Wands, look at this. Of course, in normal cases, it's the next step from the 4 of Wands. Once you've built the stable foundation, the real work comes into play. But in this particular case, I am seeing a past experience of 5 of Wands where there was a lot of lack of cooperation in a relationship or in a family situation. If you look at this, and someone has pointed out to me before, they have everything they need to make a beautiful 5-pointed star. They've got 5 wands. However, they're busy bothering themselves with these wands. Hey, get your wand out of my face. No, you get your wand out of my face. This is an atmosphere of, even though they may all have the same goal, they are not communicating well enough or making things clear enough to each other to be able to achieve that goal. Okay, so I am thinking the desire is this Four of Wands, this really nice stable foundation that you're working towards. But maybe there has been a situation where in the household, in the work environment, with your significant other, it just always seemed like, even though you were agreeing that this is what you wanted to build, it just kept turning into this over and over again. And it had you pining for, you know, maybe a realistic view of how it used to be. Oh, it would have been so nice if this person had been like that previous person. But I think in this case, it may have been a little bit of a, like a rose-colored glasses situation. There's a possibility that this past wasn't as rosy as you thought, and that sometimes you forget that in order to get to this Four of Wands, you know, this Five of Wands has to happen. Or once you have said, this is what we're going to do, we're going to set out, we're going to build this, we're going to really make something together, then comes the work. And not everyone may be on board with what you're trying to do. So let's say that you are a new person. You have found the spouse that you have chosen to settle down with, and you want to build a happy household, and you kind of have this dream in your head that your household, where you used to live with your parents, where things were taken care of for you, was a really nice and balanced situation. Baby, why can't we also do this? Let's do it. And then you find out it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to run a household and keep a couple stable. You weren't really seeing the behind the scenes and the years of work that had gone into the happy household that you came from. And then when you set out to build your own, you realize there's a lot more going on there than you thought. That may give you more of an appreciation for this. And that's where that nostalgia could be coming in, is this appreciation for what you feel like you had. Somebody there that, you know, made it look pretty easy for you. That is a possibility. But if we're going to go to the end of this, where does this go? Oh, this is excellent. It goes to a Nine of Cups. This is a wishes. I like how, look at these nice bookends. We have the beginning with the Six of Cups. We have the ending with the Nine of Cups. And this gentleman is very happy. Cups, of course, representing our emotions and how we feel about what's going on around us and our thoughts. This gentleman, the story that comes into my head is that he's a baker. He's had a very successful banquet. Everyone was so happy by the food that he created for them that they all raised a toast to him. And at this point, all of his 9 cups were very full based on, here's what I'm saying for you, this solid foundation that you laid. Now, you may have had some rose-colored glasses on and thought, when I get out in the world and I find my significant other, things are going to go just great. And then in the real world, it takes a lot of work. Like there was something that wasn't quite the way that you wanted it. It took a little more work than you thought. And that can be ongoing. Every time we're making progress, every time we're building on this Four of Wands, we got to go through that 5. That's interesting. But where do you wind up? Very happy and satisfied with the work that you've done. Very happy. And again, with this 9 of Cups, this 9 is one of those fractal numbers that builds upon itself. So this process can repeat for you. This 9 of Cups satisfaction can happen anytime you have to go through this 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Anytime you're building something that's stable for you, whether it's relationships, whether it's your finances, a job, an idea that you're putting together, just know that. You can enjoy this stability, but there's going to be times where you have to go through the growth process to get back to what you really, to get to that goal that you set for yourself. And then you'll celebrate it. There's always a time of celebration. We tend to think that there's going to be this one joyous final moment where all wishes are granted and I will never have trouble anymore. And that's not the way the growth in life process works. It cycles back in on itself. But with healthy thought processes, with the understanding that we learn from every lesson that we complete, we can complete this cycle and start it again, knowing that we are more knowledgeable at the end every time. We have something to celebrate at the end every time. We don't have to fear these moments where there's a little bit of conflict. We don't have to fear that. We don't have to fear. We were watching a television program the other day and they noticed that, oh man, everybody's happy in this show. That means something bad's about to happen. We don't have to fear that anymore for ourselves. That may have been one of those past things that you thought, oh man, stuff like that didn't happen when I lived with mom and dad, or stuff like this didn't happen in my last relationship, or stuff like this didn't happen in that previous job that I'm looking at through some rose-colored glasses. But the truth is that with every learning process, we go through this Five of Wands as we're moving towards that dream that we're trying to build. But when we do that, when we understand that process and we celebrate what we learn as we go, bam, Nine of Cups. This is an excellent reading, and I'm happy. Please embrace this. Don't be upset by Five of Wands that you've been through before or that you may go through again, because that just means you're on the right track. That just means you're continuing to build on this firm foundation. You're getting there. Congratulations, Leo. Nine of Cups. All right. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And once again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you.